the look, don't he? We've been hearing about Anthony Joshua fighting over in Africa for about the last, 2 years or so. Makes sense, right? I think it should happen. Why not Joe Big Baby Miller? He's positioning himself right now to be the challenger for the WBA world title that's currently held by Manuel Charr. Technically, it's a belt that shouldn't even exist. So he even acknowledged it. I tell you what, this video's on the channel, but see, I noticed y'all watch my videos, but then when I talk about the shit, they'll be like, well, where's your sources? Watch, y'all don't watch the videos, man. So listen to this. We'll be right back, and we'll talk about the logic, who he is, and what chance he has to beat Anthony Joshua, if any, and what's going to be next for him, Artur Szpilka, he said. And then after that, the winner of Manuel Charr versus Oquendo, whenever that does happen, Oquendo hasn't fought in God knows how long and shouldn't even be getting a title shot. But it was like this IOU that the WBA gave him like 4 years ago. Some shit. It's a crazy situation involving the lore or the backstory of that bullshit title. Let's it's a bullshit title. But that bullshit title is the key to a title shot. As we see, the WBA ordered this fight against Joshua versus Povetkin to happen, right? Really? No. Really, but they did. Understand that my job on here, my niche in the YouTube market of covering boxing is to tell you and regurgitate all this shit I read, all the rules and the organizations when they started. Don't you know the WBA is the oldest sanctioning body? And the shit they pull makes no sense. Makes no sense. But he's supposed to be returning on October the 6th in Chicago, likely against Artur Szpilka. Why? Because Artur Szpilka is Polish. The Polish fan base is hardcore as shit. They're so hardcore. They turn up. You put them on, they turn up. It's a good, solid fight for him, but people are going to be saying, that's just Wilder leftovers and all that. But if he wins, he goes on to fight the winner of Manuel Charr versus Oquendo whenever that does happen, if it happens, because Oquendo, for some reason, is always never available. It's like the WBA keep calling him like, yo, man, come fight for this time. Let's go look at him real quick. You'll see you'll see what I mean. Like, it makes no sense. And it's because of... I want to tell you the whole story behind this WBA title over the last 4 years, but I really don't, because I've told it so many times, and it just it pisses me off. Let's go look at this full screen right here. Let's go. No, wait. Let's go here. Here we go. He's supposed to fight Manuel Charr. Look when the last time he's fought. He's been a mandatory since then. He's been a mandatory since then. He's it's over 4 years. It's over 4 years. This guy, after he lost to Lucas Brown, the WBA said, hey, yo, Lucas Brown failed the drug test, yo. So Ruslan Chagiev, where you at? Come get your belt. They finally found him, and he said, oh, no, I'm retired. You know what? I'm going to call them on their bullshit right now. Y'all hold on. Y'all got me started. You hold on. You hold on. WBA tournament. You hold the hell on. Let me find it. He probably took the video down. Gilberto Mendoza, did you take the video down? They did a video. It was supposed to be a WBA tournament, right? Tournament WBA president. Where this belt and the WBA was supposed to be eliminated. Look, this is the WBA president right here, this guy. Just watch this.
Status of the heavyweight division. We're all boxing fans. As promised, I'm going to explain the status of the heavyweight division. We have currently 3 world champions. Tyson Fury as the super champion, Ruslan Chagaev as the regular champion, and Luis Ortiz as the interim champion. In order to have one champion like everybody's expecting from the WBA and like everybody wants, we have set the following tournament. Ruslan Chagaev will face Lucas Browning on March the 5th in Germany. The winner must take first Oquendo, who by a US court order earned his right to this fight. The next group will start with the fight between Vladimir Klitschko and Tyson Fury. When Klitschko and Fury met the first time, there was a contract approved by the WBA that had a rematch clause that we pretend to respect. So, the winner of this fight will have to face Luis Ortiz against Alexander Ustinov, that a fight that was called for negotiations, and the end period will be February 4. In any case, that
was over 2 years ago. Anyway, listen to him. We're off track here, but listen to him. Who's watching
Bulgaria HDTV?
What he's doing is he's explaining why he's not going to fight Kubrat Pulev in Bulgaria. He was the mandatory. Him and Kubrat Pulev were ordered to fight to be the next mandatory for Anthony Joshua. If you go to IBF route, you will definitely get your title shot, right? But he's saying that even though he would have got a career high payday, something about $500 or so $1,000, he didn't want to go fight in Bulgaria. He's saying because nobody's going to watch or whatever. Listen to him. I'll be back.
Nobody go to Bulgaria. That's a Brazilian go, to the white can go, so people will try to get on me. I'm like, I'm an American heavy league. There's no money in Bulgaria. Maybe England somewhere neutral. Who's watching Bulgaria HDTV? Plain simple. Some people are like, it wasn't right for me. Tell the truth. Ain't nobody going to Bulgaria. I know I ain't going to Bulgaria. No, not happening. I think Fury gonna fight him. Fury might get knocked the hell out.
So you're going to fight for the. I overheard you saying that you're going to fight for the. Or you're going after the Manuel Charr for Oquendo winner.
Correct. So we're waiting on the letter for that. We're mandatory for that fight, and fight Szpilka, stay busy. Whoop his butt, and then beat up Manuel Charr or Oquendo.
And when you gonna be back in the ring?
October 6th is looking like.
So I heard Szpilka.
Yeah.
Is that who it's gonna be? It's confirmed? Not yet.
We're working on it. Mm-hmm. It sounds like that's what's looking like right now.
Okay, so you're going after that WBA world. I mean, Eddie Hearn got a nice little ear with the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza. So if you win that WBA world title, then likely you'll be ordered to fight AJ if he still has the belt.
Correct. We'll see though. They're good at England and manipulating fights. So I don't think AJ is going to lose it right now. If Povetkin can drop him a couple times early and stay on keep the pressure on him, Povetkin win the fight's easy. Povetkin throws more punches, he's more accurate, he goes to the body. The sidearm movement is really good. He moves his head. But and AJ fades really bad after 4 or 5 rounds. So if Povetkin can keep their stamina and pressure on him, I think Povetkin's going to get it.
Did you believe that Joshua versus Wilder would happen this year?
No. I already told people that. Deontay want that fight bad, but AJ don't want that fight.
I'll let y'all watch the rest of it on the channel. Also, a lot of people giving him shit about what he did. It's hell. Maybe people don't agree with, if you don't know, go check out his Twitter. One of them got pulled down where basically he sent Anthony Joshua a picture of Jimmy Savile or Seville, whatever you call him. I know who he is. I've learned a lot about that nasty ass old man. He was like, Jimmy Savile was like this national treasure over there in the UK. And then when he died, they found out that he was like the biggest pedophile ever in the history of like the UK and like their national treasure too. And he was into all kind of like crazy ass. It's not funny, but like Satanism and it's some crazy ass shit. So something happened with Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, I guess Gerald Miller didn't know who he was, so to involve AJ with that, it was like fucked up, but whatever. And then, he's been talking about smashing AJ mom. And, it's like, listen, talk shit. Now, even though Mike Tyson was talking about, cannibalizing fucking Lennox Lewis family, and, he bit, he bit him. He bit his ear off. He bit his ear. Like blood, like it was a little, oh, it's right here, right? It's right here. Like, was, I mean, he trying to sell the fight. Now, people might say, oh, well, Lennox Lewis did tweet about it. He might say that, well, now I'll make sure, you never, get in a fight with me now. You're going to have to wait to get this payday. But, man, it's boxing, man. Crazy shit be happening. But that's fucked up, though. He is saying like he want to smash his mom. And I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm just going to leave it at that. So looking at it, it's looking like people can say that fighting the winner of Manuel Charr, Oquendo, is the easy route because Oquendo's fighting Manuel Charr, who hasn't fought in 4+ years, because there's a U.S. court order, so he has to fight. And then you have Manuel Charr, who can Jarrell can beat him. It's like an easy route. The Kubrat Pulev fight would have been interesting to me. If he does, in a perfect world, in Jarrell Miller's situation, he goes on to beat Artur Szpilka, right? He goes on to fight the winner of Charr versus Oquendo. It's Charr, and he beats Manuel Charr. And he'll be a world champion, even though not the super world champion. When it comes to that WBA belt, man, you're a world champion. He's even said that they know how to manipulate that shit over there. I just can't stand the WBA, man. I can't stand it. Just like they did with Alberto Machado, a fight I'm going to be covering tomorrow. How is he not the world champion, but Gervonta Davis is a super world? It doesn't make any sense, man. They got to end this. It's anarchy. Now, can Jarrell Miller beat AJ? I don't think so. I think he eat the jab. AJ's jab is getting more defined. But we'll see what Alexander Povetkin does, because that's a different type style that we're going to see AJ fight again, a smaller fighter who has to focus on getting in on the inside. He has to. That's his own. He can't outbox him, and he has the amateur pedigree to do so. Jarrell Miller has got to make sure, because he's talking about how Joshua, is not as conditioned. He's got to make sure that he's in the best shape for his physique of his career, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.